Hello all, I am back for part two of our discussion here leading up to our demo. Again, I'm just so excited just talking to you about the game because I don't know, it's just awesome. It's done and we're all anticipating it, and I'm just even having a good time just chatting with you about this. We just learned about upkeep, right? Next is encounter phase. Very, very, very simple. Encounter phase, and I'm going to do one of my little subcategory things and explain something about a design choice. And I said this before, but I want to definitely say this now. Encounter phase is very simple. You're going to come over here and you're just going to draw an encounter card. There's 4 different kinds of encounters in this deck. There is interludes, which is just, there's 10 of these cards, and they just kind of throttle the deck. There's some, there's an image on it. Actually, all encounter cards have unique images that I worked with an awesome artist named Cameron, and I just didn't want to have text on there. I wanted to have a very cool image for you. So I was going to try to find the one for our demo here. Well, we'll get to that. But anyway, because I don't want to give any spoilers, but we're going to be looking at one. But each encounter card has unique art for you. So there's interlude cards, there's event cards, where an event's going to happen. It could be good, it could be bad. Challenges, you're going to have, one of your heroes is going to be challenged to do something. And the last one is environment cards. And environment cards are have a green tint, challenges are red, and events are blue. But I want to say something about the encounter deck, that don't think that everything is bad. That's not the case in Dungeon Crusade. There are some very, very good things that can come out of the encounter deck. You get 86 encounter cards. You are going to take the 10 interlude cards out. You always take those 10 out. You shuffle the rest of the encounter cards, deal out 30 randomly, mix in your interlude cards. You have a deck of 40 encounter cards. You'll never see the same encounter deck twice. I think my middle name is replayability now, because everything in this game, you'll always see something new. This will always change. So that's a little bit about the encounter deck. And what I wanted to say, and I'm going to throw the treasure chest deck in this too. This is something important. I think I was talking to Andrew about this. Hello, Andrew. In designing this game, especially when we get to talking about the treasure chest deck, because it's the ultimate in risk and reward. As you may know, heroes can level up to level 3. Okay, they go from level 1, 2, and 3. So in designing some of the bad things that can happen and good for both of these decks, I had to keep it within a range. And something to me, because this is a challenging game, something that falls into place is you're going to find some very easy events. So, or some encounters and maybe some treasure chests that have traps in them. Some of them are designed for level 1 heroes. Some are designed for level 2. Some are kind of more level 3, but you'll never know what's going to come in there. But everything was appropriately designed, so it's not too off the wall. But hopefully I'm getting across to you that, there's a range I stayed within. So, maybe your level 2 hero could experience a really bad encounter or something bad in the treasure chest deck. Or maybe your level 3 hero will encounter just a level 1 kind of thing. So, but to me, it really adds to the danger and the fun and the surprising nature of what could happen in a dungeon. Make no mistake, this is a challenging game. I absolutely love challenging games. This is a tough game. So I just wanted to say that. Again, kind of like a subcategory thing. Just know that when you see these things, even the good stuff, there's one in the encounter deck that's a healing, where a hero can get a ton of health back. That's more geared for a level 3 hero who's very low on health. So, maybe a level 1 hero could experience that. But just know that there's all different kinds of stuff in this. Okay, so going back to our encounter phase, you're simply going to draw an encounter card and process it. And sometimes those encounter cards are going to call out for a hero. It'll say randomly select a hero. And simply remember how we placed our initiative tokens in the upkeep phase here? All these? You simply roll a d6 and let fate decide who's here, what hero, let's just say a spike trap pops out of the floor. Randomly select the hero, so you have to see who got hit with that. And even in some good events, you're going to have to do that. Sometimes you get to select your hero. In challenges, the red encounter cards, you're going to be able to select the hero to do the challenge. There's some that will have you challenge, like the challenges will be a hero has to test strength or wisdom or agility. So you can kind of pick the hero that you want to take that challenge. It's a very cool mechanic in the game. So that is a little bit about the encounter phase. And of course, we're going to be seeing that in our demo. So moving right along, after you do, encounter phase lasts 2 to 3 minutes maybe. So it's not a very long phase. You just process whatever you draw. So it's a very kind of brisk kind of thing. Speaking of that, we got to open the books back up because we did not complete those quests. Okay. Again, I hope that you're learning more about the game and, enjoying all this. Guardian phase. Remember, we went through upkeep. We went through encounter over here. We're going to go to guardian phase. This ties into, we got to get a D20 for this. This ties into like guardians that spawn into the dungeon. See this quest here for kill the guardians? This is what this is. And I discussed this in great length in another video. And this kind of goes along with how you can customize anything in Dungeon Crusade to your liking. These quests that say kill the guardians, there's going to be a quota that you can set within a scenario. If you want a really easy game, you can only have one guardian spawn. So once you kill that one guardian, this kill the guardians quest, you flip it over, you close the book. You've cleared that quest. Maybe you want 2 guardians to spawn. That will be for each quest table. Okay, so then you could set it for 2 guardians. Maybe you want 3 guardians to spawn. You could have 6, 8, 7, whatever you want to challenge yourself with. For your first game, I just have 1 guardian spawn, to get acclimated. So the guardian phase is when we're going to see if a guardian is going to spawn into the dungeon. So that's what this track is. Again, you can customize this. It could start out at 20, 19, 18, all the way, if you want, down to 11. What this is let's say that the guardian track, after a few turns, it's going to go down. Let's just say it's on 15. You move this down at the end of the guardian phase. You're going to move it down. You're going to keep moving it down. So let's say it's on 15 right now. You take a D20 and you simply roll. Okay, so guardian did not spawn. However, if 15 was rolled or anything higher, you're going to have a guardian spawn into the dungeon. And this is another very cool, I'm going to show you this mechanic real quick. That's when a guardian's going to spawn. So what we're going to do is this. Notice these green globes. Like this has 8. It actually goes clockwise. There's like 1, 2 is up there, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so there's these green globes. There's 7 right there. This is very cool. Let's say that a guardian did spawn, right? Say we rolled a 19. Very simple. You're going to take your D8. Again, here's the thing about Dungeon Crusade and the way I designed it. You don't have to ever think what monsters are going to do or the mechanics. Like fate or the AI of the monster takes care of all of that for you. So we're going to roll a D8. 1. Okay, so 1 is rolled, right? That means a guardian is going to spawn at the spawn point 1. Now consider this for our demo. That plan that we laid out in the upkeep phase? Let's say this is going to be our demo. Well, a guardian's going to spawn. We're on a level 1 quest. You come over here to level 1 guardians. Pick a card. Banevik is going to spawn. This is the monsters that are in the dungeon right now. We're going to put this right here. That's the monster order, how they're going to activate. Then we're going to get the guardian's miniature. I have all the miniatures. He is going to spawn on spawn point 1. Now consider this. Our plan that you're going to see the plan, come into play. Consider what would happen if Banevic spawned and then your heroes are like there. You're going to have a guardian on one of your heroes. Case in point, and we're going to talk about this real quick. Again, I want to really teach you as much as I can about this game. Let's take a look at the guardian card. There's something I created called the target priority box. You see this? The C's stand for class 3, class 2, class 1. When I devised the AI for all of the monsters, they're going to target the hero they can do the most damage to. You're welcome for that. So I put a lot of thought into who are these, Banevic, who can he do the most damage to? Well, he can do the most damage to a class 3 hero. Real simply, class 1, that's like your barbarian, that's your knight. Class 2 heroes are like your archer, your rogue. Class 3 are like your spellcasters, the cleric, your wizard. So right there, he knows that he can do more damage to a class 3 hero. Considering these two right here, here's our rogue Palum. She's a class 2. It says right on her hero card. I'll show you that real quick. See the C2 right down here? Class 2. It's real simple. Well, that's not a class 3. Here's Maheliak. He's a class 1. He's a barbarian. So, okay, so you just go down the box, the target priority box. Class 3, there's none available. Okay, he's going to go after a class 2 hero. So now he's going to target Palum when he activates. What do? We're going to take a tracking token. 1. They're all numbered. Here, let me show you this too. Yes, guardians will chase your heroes around, and your heroes are going to either have to kill that guardian or hide in a chamber. Notice there's some numbers here. This goes when your heroes are hiding. We're going to get into that. Your hero can hide in a chamber, and hopefully that guardian will lose sight of them or stop tracking them by hiding. Or if a hero gets at least 2 quadrants away, you can lose a tracking status. It's very tough to get rid of a guardian. The easiest way is to rally heroes and just kill it. So why you have these tracking tokens is Banevic is now tracking Palum. We're going to put tracking token 1 on Banevic's card. We're going to take tracking 1 and put it on Palum's card. That signifies that Banevic is going to track Palum, the rogue, until he kills her or they kill him. So there you go. Side note, she has a special ability called Vanish. There's a chance when she vanishes that she can lose a tracking status. This game's pretty deep, guys. So there you go. I hope that you enjoyed just seeing that. Just consider this. There was 8 different spawn locations Banevic could have went to. But this is where, you saw from the roll of the die, he spawned into the dungeon on 1. Right by our heroes where we're going to be laying out a plan. Please know something. Things like this, and this is kind of the fun part of it, your planning, your strategy and tactics may be changing on the fly depending on what the monsters do, the environment of the dungeon, and like this, if a guardian spawns in. So I hope that you enjoyed learning more about this because we're going to be going very briskly when we start our demo. But I was going to show you this in the demo, but then I'd have to explain everything. So it's good I took the time now to show you about, the Guardian spawn track and all that. Okay, guys, now come on back because you know what I think? It's the hero phase, and we're going to go over what you can do in a hero phase. And I was thinking maybe I should have put the initiative tokens back in so we could lay out our plan. But we will wait, I think. So come on back. Let's talk about, so we already got upkeep done. We got the encounter phase done. And we got the guardian phase done. So come on back for the hero phase.